So yeah, welcome everyone to tonight's class. All right. So we will just go through the chart, talking about structure mapping, and we'll just go through the chart and then explain that. But before we go, let me just quickly talk about the concept of inducement again. Basically, from the chart, you can see that this particular candlestick representative or representation, you can see that candlestick kept going down, right? They kept creating lower lows and lower highs. And now, one of the typical examples is that the lowest candle, since this is a bearish move and candles have been creating lower lows, all right? The lowest candle high is protected, basically, all right? The lowest candle high is protected. Sorry, please mute yourself. All right, so the lowest candle high is always protected, all right? Whenever any candle goes above the lowest candle and then come back and, take out the low of that lowest candle, then that's what we mean by pullback, all right? That's what we mean by valid pullback. The same represents, what do they call it? Inducement when price comes back to it. We will go through the chart and then see what we have and what we can get from it. All right, so if you are muted, just mute yourself so that we can enjoy the class. When the time comes, you are going to, you are going to unmute yourself to ask your questions. All right, thank you. So this is what we have. Now, when you go to the chart, let's start from daily time frame. Let me just clean this. What will happen is I'm going to refresh this so that I don't want this diagram to go away. So I will refresh so that we can start all over again. So the best thing and the major thing is that you know where your liquidities are. First, we are not talking about liquidity today. We are talking about structure. Second, you need to know where your imbalances are. Those are the basic things you need to know. But tonight we are going to just talk about how to mark structure so that we can proceed to the next topic that we have. All right. I hope the network is okay so that we won't be wasting too much time. Sorry. So for instance, if you're asking for how to add weekly and this thing to TradingView doesn't have that. All right, there's no option for that on TradingView. You can just download MetaTrader 5 and then log in your MetaTrader 5 Deriv account, and then you can start using it. But I don't know what's wrong. That's why I don't like TradingView like this. It always takes time, not like my MetaTrader 5. It doesn't take much time. Let me see if you can use MetaTrader 5.
Just click on a different time frame, and then it will come. Then you can go back to the time frame you needed.
Since most persons prefer using TradingView, so I just wanted to, just use TradingView so that we can see it. But if TradingView will not work properly, then we'll just go straight to, I'll just find a way to use, what do they call it? MetaTrader 5 so that we can get it. The only problem I have with MetaTrader 5 is that to draw these lines, it gives stress, like you get stressed. All right, so which asset should we use? Which boom and crash should we use?
Yeah.
No, 500.
All right, so remember we are not doing what do they call it? We are not doing trade review. We are just marking structure and then that's all. All right. So I'm going to start marking from here. I'll start marking from here. Where this line is. All right. Did you see where the line is?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to start from there. Then we'll just keep marking it up until we get what we want. All right, so let's start. Now, so that you don't get confused, let me say this now very clearly. And now you can write this down, you can decide not to write it, but I don't think you are supposed to be asking a question about it. What validates a high? I'm saying it again. What validates a high is that it takes out a valid low. Okay? What validates a low is that it takes out inducement. Write it down so that you don't get confused. What validates a low is that it takes out inducement. What validates a high is that it takes out that valid low. That's as simple as it gets. All right, so let's start. Now, this place was the inducement. The last inducement was here. And price took it out. All right, so price are taking this inducement out. So we have this inducement here, IDM. So price has taken the IDM out. So because that price has taken that IDM out, this becomes a valid low. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we have this low here. Now, for this high to be valid, this low has to be taken out. All right, for this to be a high now, this low has to be taken out. So now, price, most persons are waiting for maybe price going to a particular zone, but then not compulsory for price to actually go to a particular zone. But inducement has been taken out, then you can start looking at. But I prefer price getting to a zone anyway. So price came down and out this low. All right, then this one becomes a valid high. So we have a valid high. Don't mind this line. It might not give you what you want. All right. So let's just say this is a valid high. So we have a valid high here. Now, where's the next inducement? All right. So where's the next inducement? Next inducement. All right. We have this inducement here. This is a valid pullback. So we have our next inducement around here. So IDM here. All right. Because the IDM is taken, our low is now here. So now for the high to be valid, it has to take out the low. All right. So the low has been taken. So we have a high here. So this is now a high. All right, so that's our high. Now we are looking for a valid low. Okay, so this is not a valid low, no inducement taken. All right, so we have our inducement here. Now, the basic thing you need to know is the most recent pullback. The closest pullback to the current price level is where we mark as inducement. All right, so the closest pullback, not necessarily going far into the chart and all, the closest pullback so far is taken. All right, go and check the criteria for pullback in the pullback videos, you are going to get it. But the closest pullback to the current price level is the inducement. All right, so it's just as simple as that. So now this is the most recent pullback, all right, close to price level. So that's where our inducement is. So we have this inducement here. Now, for this to be a valid low, okay, we have inducement taken. So that's our valid low. Sorry. So we have this as a valid low, okay? Now, the next thing is that price has to come back and clear this low, okay? Basically, to confirm that this place is a high. All right, to confirm that this place is a high, this low has to be taken. But if this low is not taken, this is not a valid high. All right, that means your high still remains here. All right, so price keep pushing up, and then price clear this high. All right. You know what that is, okay? So basically, all of you know what that is. All right, price clear that high. So immediately price clear that high, we need inducement to be taken to confirm that this is a new high, all right? That this new high that just got created is a new high. So inducement has to be, so now because inducement has been taken, this becomes our high. So we have our high there. Now that high needs to be taken out to confirm this as a low, all right? So this high was taken out here. So we have our low somewhere around here. Let me.
Not.
You want to say something?
Yeah. That last inducement before
Wait. Let me finish. Just note your question, please. Just wait. Let me finish. Note your question. I'm going to attend to the question. I don't want the question to be coming within the class. So I want you to get the perspective. Then you ask your question. Then I will respond later. All right. So. Okay, ask your question. Oh yeah, unmute yourself, ask your question so that we can just solve it out. Ask your question. Ask your question. The person I want to ask your question.
The last inducement you marked.
Yes.
What made that place an inducement?
What?
You know, the last inducement you marked.
Is it a valid pullback? Is it a valid pullback?
Okay, so inducement, the low has to be taken and the high has to be taken. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So that's what makes it an inducement. So the low has been taken, the high has been taken, so it's an inducement. So we pushed up.
Yes.
All right. You have another question? Okay.
Not at the moment, sir.
Okay, so now price cleared this high, so validating this as our low, all right? This is a high because it took out inducements. The high got taken, then this becomes our low. Okay, so now when price cleared this high, we are still open or waiting for inducement to be taken. Where is our next inducement? This is our next inducement here. If you have a different opinion, you can ask so that we can clarify the opinions, all right? I can also make a mistake, all right? Maybe an oversight, but then that's how you understand the concept. That's a major goal, all right? So that's an inducement which validates this place as a high, this one here. So we have our high there. So price has to come and clear this high, candlestick closing above, all right? I will talk about break of structure later on, but for now, we are just marking our structure highs and lows, all right? So, but for now, I'm not really talking about break of structure. All right, so price has to take out this high, candlestick closing above it, then we'll now validate this place as our low, all right? So I have my low around there. So we move on. Good. All right. So price kept pushing up, not clearing any kind of, is not clearing anything, not clearing inducement. All right. So all these legs are now a single leg. So where's our inducement? Where was the inducement taken? Yeah. So inducement was somewhere around here. So that's our idea. It was taken, validating this place as a high. So we have our high there. Now, Price, for certain reasons, came to this place, all right, cleared that low, all right, price cleared that low, all right. Now, the reason I'm looking for a better way of explaining this, all right. But the reason why this place get captured, all right, this place get cleared is because there were no inducement leg around here, all right. All this place is just a single leg. Although most persons would have used this place as an inducement, all right. But this is close range, all right. Most of the time when you see something close range like this, price will definitely use both of them as inducement. So I would have, looked away basically from that, all right. So price actually came and then let's say it broke structure to the downside. Let's say price broke structure to the downside because this is a valid low. So this low was validated. Price even actually did more than just violating only that low. But if you have gone to the weekly, you would have known why price did that. All right. This was just one of an example of a deep retracement. But since we are using daily, we'll just focus basically on daily and see how daily actually moved. All right. So price cleared this low, and then came back here. All right. Majorly, most persons would have been waiting for this one, but then we need a new low to be validated. A new low has to be validated. So now this inducement has to be taken. No, yeah, that's the last inducement. That inducement has to be taken to validate a low. Okay, so this low is now valid. I'm just trying to just show you how I mark structure. All right, so that low becomes valid. This is our low. And because this high also took out inducement, so this is our new high too. All right, so we have this as our new high. Now price pushed up, all right. Most persons would have been waiting for a place to enter and continue the sell, all right. That's why you check weekly also. So you would have gone to weekly and see what is happening. But that's how I knew that price will actually take out this high. From weekly, I was able to determine that. All right, so price came and then took out this high. So where was our new inducement? Okay, the most visible inducement is somewhere around here. There's one inducement around here, but this is clearer. So I will just mark the one that is more clean. But this place, before you ask, this place is also an inducement. This one here, let me just even mark it. So inducement got taken around there. Now validating that we have a new high somewhere around here. So we have a new high somewhere around here. So to validate our new low, we need price to actually close above, all right, not weak it out. We need price to close above, but then we have our new low somewhere around here. I think the price closed above. It didn't just only weak it out. If you zoom in very well, you see the price closed above. You see price closed above. So price closed above. So that validates this place as a low. So we have that place as a low. Okay. I think I will have to save this so that we can get it. All right, so price now went above. We need inducement to be taken. Where's our inducement? Immediately price closed above here. The most recent inducement was somewhere around here. So price didn't take it. That's why I didn't mark that place as a high. So when price came, price continued pushing up. So the next inducement was somewhere around here. All right, price has gone above. So price came for the inducement here. So this is when price came for the inducement. So our new high is here. So this is where our new high is. Are you getting it? Because everybody is just quiet. We are 13 on the call tonight. All right, we're a little bit low. I don't know what's wrong, but no problem. Are we getting it? Do we get it? You can unmute yourself and talk if there's no noise in your place. Did you get it?
We are watching the market, sir.
You are watching the market.
The market, as you're marking it.
Are you getting it? As you are watching it, are you getting it? Because I've done sketches before.
I think so.
Yes, sir, I'm getting it.
It looks like the inducement, the spotting the inducement is a bit not straightforward, kind of. But the highs and lows are more clearer than the inducement part of it.
The inducement is the secret, all right? Yeah, and it cannot be really very clean. If they make it obvious that in there, everybody will be making money. So they make it so deceptive that you don't. In fact, the inducement, the way you get inducement is even easier than finding the zone. Don't worry, when you get to the zone, you understand what it is. That's why you must understand where inducement is. Inducement is just the most recent pullback. You can watch my pullback video again. The most recent pullback to price level, the current price level, the most recent, the closest pullback to it is your inducement.
Yeah.
You can watch my video on pullback so that I can understand it very well. The nearest pullback to the current price level is just your inducement. Just mark it. I will talk about engineer liquidity when I'm talking about liquidity, okay? So, but first, just understand the inducement first.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you don't understand the inducement, I can come again, but it's better you watch the pullback video so that I can.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I get the concept and what you're explaining. I get the concept and what you're explaining. So it's just that being able to spot them.
Yeah.
But
everybody
now is a recent pullback to the current price level is the inducement.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I will give assignments. Everybody is going to participate. You're going to do your assignment, and then you're going to do it well. All right. So now this is where the trick is also. All right. There's a trick somewhere around here. I would have skipped this, but I want you to know this. All right. You need to know this. You see, this is a week, right? The price week this plays out, so there was no serious high around here. I need a close above. All right, somewhere around here. So for me to get a close above price level, basically this is actually a close above. You see this candle closes above it, right? The class is quiet tonight, but let's just proceed. Now, the nearest inducement to price level is somewhere around here.
Okay.
So price took it out. Telling us that this is our new high, all right? So we have our new high around there. Then price had to come above this new high so that we can validate this place as our low. So we have this low. We have this low. This is a low because price has pushed above it. All right. So where next is our inducement? This is very tricky. You see all this leg now like this, up like this to all this place is now one single leg. Now, where's our inducement? This is where our inducement is. So now this is where our new high is now here. I believe you understand this one, right? Do you understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So then we have price had to go above that high so that we can have this as our low. So price went above it, so we have this as our low. So these are low. And then price also had to take inducement so that we can have that high as our new high. So where's our inducement? This is our inducement here. So price took out that inducement, so we have a new high somewhere around here. So that's the proper structure mapping. Okay, so if you have any question, you can ask for now. So how do I do this? Let me draw it on. Let me just use this these two to actually mark it out. So I have this high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. All right. Of course, I would have used all these. All right. So low, high, low. Okay. High, low, high, low, high. All right. So that's that. So this is it. So that's how the leg is on structure basis. So you see how the market is. Do you understand this? Did everybody understand this? You can unmute yourself and talk. Okay. If you understand this, drop 111 in the chat box, please. We are 14. I need good response, please. You understand the drop 111 in the chat box. I think most persons still want to talk.
Yeah, it will sink in more when we rewatch the video. But it's getting in, but we need to rewatch the video and then understand it more.
Okay, because I will give assignment, so I want all of us
to... Yeah, the assignment will help us to work on it, watch the video, and then be able to do the assignments on our own. So that will help us to probably understand it more.
All right, okay. So
my question now is, when the high is taken,
yes,
does it have to be a body of the candle, or the wick can take out the high for it to be a new high?
Okay, the way I trade it, okay, some persons can use, the wick or something, but for me, I need a candle to close above. A candle must close above.
With the body, not really the wick.
No, the candle must close above the wick of the previous high.
Okay.
Yes. So if the previous high has a wick, the candle must close above it, like close above the wick of that candle.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there any other question?
Not for now, sir.
All right. Did any other person have any question? All right. Thank you. Those that drop one in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you. God bless. All right. What will happen is I will check the assignment based on this. If people are still struggling with this kind of markup, then I will have another class. Are you with me? Because you must get this structure, you must get it. If you get it like this, then every other thing will be simple. To get your zone, to get your anything will be simple, will be very simple. Okay. So this is a bit complex. It's more than the normal orthodox kind of structure mapping. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you have to take your time to study it. And that's why I brought it to the chart, so that you can see it from the chart, really. If you have not really, trained yourself to see it, you struggle a lot. You struggle a lot. So you send your assignment to me. I'll post the assignment inside the discourse group. You send the assignment to me. I'm going to mark it. The basic assignment is just mark your structure highs and lows plus inducement. So you combine inducement with structure highs and structure lows, and then you send it to as a comment. You send it as a comment to the discourse group so that I will see it. So I'm going to send the assignment to the discourse group. You send it to me. So I think the assignment should be ready by tomorrow. There's nothing hard there. So by tomorrow, I'll be able to decide whether we have a class again concerning this structure mapping, or we just continue to the next topic.
All right.
So, okay, so someone is asking, all right, so let me do this off record because I know what you wanted me to actually touch on. So I will just touch on it.